They've made a ship. Their identity. Identity. Identity? That's definitely not the word. Hey, what's up fellow travellers? Aww, I missed you too! In this video, we're going to explore some fairly deep concepts of human nature, how we perceive ourselves and the world around us. I've made this video as a second part in a series devoted to storytelling advice, specifically around creating believable characters. But, to be honest, this one's reach extends way beyond the storyteller's realm. It's not always easy to know ourselves truly. I see people struggling with their identity every day in a shit ton of different ways. These days, so many of us can feel like we don't belong in our own skins. We live in a time of hyperconnectivity with the world, where we are constantly playing a role for the benefit of those we encounter, in person, online, in the psych ward, you know, the usual. It's rarer than finding a double prize in your box of cereal to meet someone who's authentically themselves to everyone they meet. That would just be weird, and by weird, I of course mean awesome. But here's the secret. Once you recognize the characters you're playing, the masks you're wearing, you basically just gained a superpower. And let's face it, we all dream of having superpowers. Am I right? Don't lie, I know you do. So if you're ready to take a journey through the weird and wonderful that is our minds, type Excelsior in the comments below and buckle in. Seriously, no joke. This shit's about to get heavy. So the first twist I want you guys to grasp is that we are all playing a character at any given moment of our lives. There is a powerful quote by a chap named Cooley that haunts my thoughts daily, and it goes a little something like this. I'm not what I think I am. I'm not what you think I am. I am what I think you think I am. Now let that sink in for a moment. We live in a perception of ourselves, bending and flowing to the current of what we perceive others perceive. So how often can we claim true originality, that we are always ourselves, not who we feel others see us as? It's so easy to get caught up in the roles others define for us, and even easier to hold up the mask we want to show the world, the mask hiding pain or self-doubt, or whatever demons we're fighting. Now, some may take this the wrong way. I'm not labeling this a good or a bad trait. I'm just stating facts. Because let's face it, if we want to truly understand ourselves, the characters we create and portray, for whatever purpose they may serve, we need to grasp this concept. Who we are and who we present are not always the same person. Aspects of the same person? Absolutely. The same? Hardly. Whether you want to bring your story's characters to life, or embody the you others perceive you as, or shake loose the shackles those perceptions bind you in, understand this simple truth. We are all playing characters, hiding behind masks, at most all times of every day of our lives, from the grandiose to the subtle. It is so rare to find someone who is 100% comfortable with who they are, to the point they let all guards, all masks fall, and embrace the real them. The secret to any character's development, real or fictional, is to understand this trait. Realize how, why, and when we don the masks we do. Why do we adopt these characters? To what end? I promise you, once you recognize this truth, your story's characters will fucking shine. They'll realize their strengths and learn to adopt the masks needed for any and all occasions. And no, I'm not just talking about the story you're writing for the authors among you. Oh no. I'm referring equally to the story of your life and the role you are playing in it. Ask yourself, do you think the bravest hero lives every day as he faces the gravest dangers, with the stoic mask of determination? Or do you think he or she slips into that brave countenance when needs arise? Why do you think Marvel heroes are so bloody successful? Because they convey this level of depth in character. Understand the masks we wear. Recognize them. Accept them for the undeniable truth they represent. The part of the whole. Use them to strengthen your characters, be they living between the lines of the page or embodied in your everyday lives. Hey, I told you we were going deep on this one, didn't I? If you're on board, give that like button a smash and show me an Excelsior in the comments if you haven't already. Now, it's all well and good understanding Twist 1, but we all know no matter how sound of mind we feel or how grounded in logic or noble intentions, shit happens. And when the fan gets hit, fireworks tend to fly. Am I right? Hey, it's only human nature. Whoa! Wait a minute. Let's stop right there. Human nature. We cling to the illusion of control, conceal aspects of ourselves behind masks for an untold number of reasons, and expect some grand overarching meaning behind everything, as though we're living out some intricately designed story arc. I have said it before, and I'm damn well gonna say it again. Control is an illusion. For the most part. There is only one thing any free will being in existence can boast true control over, and that's their reactions. And even that does not come easy. And why? I thought you'd never ask. Simple. Evolution, baby. Long before our brains were ever capable of logical, rational thought, we were solely emotion-driven beings. We developed the ability for rational thought along with higher cognitive functions, which ultimately helped separate us from the herd and gift us spot numero uno on the food chain. But just because we have this higher functioning doesn't count for shit in the heat of the moment. How often do people see red and fly off the handles over trivialities? How often have you said something in a fit of blind emotion? Something you regretted later, maybe immediately after. It's not your fault, but it is your responsibility, and it is something you can tackle. Once you realize your brain is simply wired to process information through emotion before logic, you've already taken the first step in the development battle. There is a chance we will never be able to overwrite this level of biological programming. Well, maybe one day. Millions of years from now. When we're surfing with the aliens. Yeah, I'm insane. That's cool. But once you recognize that everyone you encounter, fictional or real, will process information and events first emotionally, then rationally, you'll be able to predict behaviors, write compelling, believable stories, and even work to better your day-to-day lives and interactions. I'm not saying show no emotion, completely the opposite in fact. Emotions are powerful, they should never be ignored or bottled up, but those who succeed in life learn how to identify them, to manage them, to channel them, not suppress, not control, manage, channel into creativity or any outlet which offers release. Recognize that you're only human, and so are your characters. But Luke, my character's a psychopathic cyborg demon hybrid? Okay, as with any rules, there are exceptions, but consider them carefully. Humanizing characters like this is an ingredient for success. Perhaps they're more skilled at the illusion of control than others, but what happens when the right button's pressed? Magic. Memories. Art! That's what happens! Writers dreaming of creating a masterpiece need to understand fully the illusion of control. We can throw unruly events and catastrophes at our characters until the end of all bloody time, but we can't control how they react. Which is, as we've covered, ironically, one of the only factors in real life within our control. Writers, recognize the reflection of real life you're dealing with here. In the world your words bring to life, you are the alpha and omega. Your word is law. You control the elements. You make the world spin and fill it with your characters, but you do not control how they react to circumstance. You just don't. Sorry. As for the non-writers, show me a booyah in the comments below if you are still with me and digging it, and take away the relief-giving gem that all within your control, your sphere of influence as I prefer, is how you react to life. My heart really does bleed for those of you who suffer, but please recognize that no matter how harsh the blows strike, and they're going to strike, you can count on it. How you react determines everything going forward. Will you embrace positivity, hopefulness, or will you wallow in self-defeating despair? The choice, it's not mine. That belongs to you. Now don't worry, I hear what you're saying, I do. But dude, how am I supposed to implement any of this? Oh my friends, fret not. You already have. By watching this video, you've taken the first steps to understanding the human condition on a deeper level. For the storytellers among you, explore what these truths mean to your characters. Understand the way their minds work, how they perceive themselves and others, and how they respond. I guarantee you'll find those characters leaping from the page, guiding your story on its natural path, and hopefully you'll start to recognize the truth I believe all storytellers should embrace. Every character you create is essentially an extension of yourself in some way, shape or form, even the ones radically different from you on the surface. The deeper you dive into the minds of your characters, the better you'll understand them, and the more you will have to keep track of. Which is why you should absolutely check out the next video in the series, Creating Bulletproof Character Profiles, one of the single most useful tools in the writer's arsenal. For the casual viewer, drawn on this journey by curiosity of a different nature, for those seeking a way to better themselves, these truths, I promise, will help you, just as they did me. Don't be afraid to ask these questions, or you'll never reach the revelations that will lead to a brighter, happier you. And for you all, never stop questioning why. Dig until you have the right answer. The answer at the root of it all. Because we've got to find the starting point if we're ever going to use this and really discover you. Unmask the devil. Remember the last video? The devil is in the details? Yeah, I know, I shouldn't try and make jokes. I really hope you've enjoyed this dive into the psyche as much as I have and picked up some valuable tips that'll help you develop your characters, real and fictional, into who you're meant to be. Thank you so much for watching. If this video has vibed with you, please be sure to smash that like button, hit subscribe and ring the bell so you never miss a new release. Come on, you don't want to miss more of this rambling shit, do you? And as always, sharing is caring. So please do pass this video on to anyone you know who may benefit from it. Even if it's just laughing at this clown. That's cool. That's fine with me. I'm up for that. Let's laugh at this. Storytellers, don't forget to head over to the next video in the series where we'll be going over some tips for how to create one of the most useful tools in the writer's arsenal, the Bulletproof Profile. Alright. Links are in the description below, so you better have a damn fine reason for missing out. I kid. But seriously, you better be there. Thanks again so much for watching, you guys. If you have any questions, comments or suggestions, as always, please do hit me up in the comments section below or on social media at ldaltonauthor. I will get back to you soon because I love you that much and I'm such a nice guy. Until next time, guys, see you on the other side. Just process emotion of course I process emotion emotionally, that makes sense. How often do people fuck up their lines? Can we get an injection of sanity over here?